All right, hey guys, wanted to give you an update, final update on the Ferrari F8 Spider project. So wanted to show you some of the things we did. So this is the sub-box enclosure that we built for it. It actually houses an Audio Mobile Evo 8-inch, which sounds amazing. I mean, the amount of output out of such a small enclosure, as you can see, it's built to conform to the back wall. It actually bolts to two existing bolt holes that hold the cargo net in place. And it is Alcantara suede. It's padded just like the rest of the car. And we even have this aluminum trim down the side, kind of to go with the aluminum around the vents of the car. So again, just to try to tie it in. And the seats still go recline all the way, so you're not losing any usable space basically. I mean, just that small little cubby section, which literally is just for the netting. All right, so this is what we ended up doing for the USBs. So we lasered an acrylic housing, and it houses all the USBs for the different devices. So and they're lasered. So radar, laser, stereo. So this is where you would update the radar, laser defense, or adjust the tune on the stereo itself. As far as the controller for the amplifier or the VXI, we made a custom bracket and mounted it down here beneath the dash. So this way it doesn't take away from the car, but you can still reach it and adjust it. The only time you need it is if you want to switch between tunes or if you want to adjust the bass level output. So this way it's kind of hidden and out of the way and keep with the theme of not disturbing the car or disrupting the car at all. So for the mirror, we did our Radenso mirror mod where we separate the display from the board, and we call it mirror notch. So we make it look like the notch on the iPhone, and we located all the buttons right here. I don't know if you can see this, but we built these buttons. They're lasered, mounted, soldered, and then mounted to the mirror itself. But the nice thing about that, same thing. When you're sitting in the vehicle, you can't even tell it's there. And also, when the unit is off, so if I shut the unit off,
power off.
Give it a second, and it goes away, and it looks like nothing ever happened, right? Hit power again. Turn the unit back on. There we go. So as far as the fusing for the amplifier, we ran all our power and ground right here to the factory battery. Very easy to service the amplifier in case something goes wrong. And then you just put this back. So for the speakers on this vehicle, we actually added Focal K2s. So this is the K2 tweeter in a custom pod. The K2 6.5-inch mid-bass driver in a 3D printed pod. And then we also did sound deadener throughout the whole vehicle. So we did the outer skin, inner skin, everything just to make the enclosure a little better. All right, so on the rear of the Ferrari, we actually added the acrylic housings. So we did one acrylic housing that goes the entire length, and there's actually an RX, a TX, and an RX on the rear. The front end, we added 3 sensors as well, RX, 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 and we added what we call these canards. Basically, they look like an extension, and if you look at the shape of the car, it matches some lines that are on the vehicle itself. So same as the carbon fiber, it has a similar profile. And then in the middle, we added a smaller one that mimics this opening. So everything flows with the car and looks like it could have came with the vehicle from the factory. All right, the other thing that we're really proud of on this vehicle is that no wires were harmed in the making of this install. So everything was used with a connector or a plug, an adapter, a bracket, using factory bolts. The nice thing about that is basically if the client ever decides to get rid of the car and wants to return it back to stock, we can literally unplug everything, bolt everything right back in the original equipment, and you'd never know we were there. Obviously that's important for resale value, or if somebody's a purist and they want to return the car back to its original state. I don't know why you would, because now the stereo matches the caliber of the car. So the stereo is loud and clear, and you can hear it over the motor, which is obviously a big motor, right? And then also the car is protected, so there's radar laser defense, which will help you in the driving of the vehicle. All right, just wanted to take a second to thank you, Brian, for allowing us to work on your beautiful machine. It's an honor. We really appreciate the opportunity, and We know you're gonna love it. Can't wait for you to hear it and actually go out and drive it. So from all of us at Showtime Audio, thank you very much.